Pat Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Thanks for joining us. 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. It's Monday. Happiest day of the week.
I'm sorry?
It means we get to spend the whole week with you, which is awesome. You know,
okay.
We love it.
Yeah, sure is.
At least I love it.
Yeah,
I will not
too.
speak for Melanak.
Okay.
But
yeah.
I love it.
No, it's a great day.
It's a great day.
Great day.
I look forward to Monday every week.
In a great month and what's been just a fabulous year so far, right?
Oh my. 2020 was, I mean, what else can you say? 2020. That about says it.
There's plenty of that pile that we can say. God, what a year.
First, let me share that Pat Gray Unleashed is sponsored by ExpressVPN. You have a right to privacy, so protect it. For the love of heaven, at expressvpn.com/unleashed. Brand new bingo card, of course, this week. We'll get to that in a second. Mary Alice tweets. We've had some tweets come in after the show. We like to share the latecomers and the people who also listen on and watch on podcast. Mary Alice says, "Wouldn't Pat Gray bingo be more of a challenge if Pat didn't know what was actually on the board?" Oh yeah, but then you might not have a winner for a while, right?
Well, what we could
because
do...
we specifically do them on purpose.
Whoa, what?
Sometimes.
What?
Sometimes it's been known to happen.
So if you ever did get a wild hair and want to do that, you could do that for a week.
Yeah.
And then if we don't have a winner, we'll just we'll play until we get 2 winners the next week, huh?
Maybe some week, but not this one.
Not this one.
But that might be kind of fun sometime. So our brand new card, which is pinned to the top of the Twitter page at Pat Unleashed, begins in the upper left-hand corner with, "I'm not doing it."
I'm not doing it.
I'm not doing it.
Yeah, you say that.
Do I?
Yeah, you do.
All right.
Yeah, you're like, I'm not
doing it.
Yeah.
Okay, then the audio of the Lumbee internet thing, the high-speed internet, like any mother.
Rhonda Locklear.
Going across still, Psychic Nikki prediction. Oh, we haven't done a Psychic Nikki prediction in a while.
Yeah, I keep the list over here. And, I mean, you'd think that if she had just said there's going to be a nasty virus to sweep the planet.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, it had already started when she came out with this
Right,
list.
it was already in China.
If that's all she put out there and
You'd be like,
nothing
wow,
else, people would have given her kudos.
That's good. Wow.
So anyway, if you want to go through these at some point, yeah,
All right.
I got them.
Neptune's bones. Oh, that's another audio clip from Al Gore. Neptune's bones.
Dissolve.
Jeffy talks about eating bugs.
Yeah, he's onto something there with that.
This is an oldie. It is ma'am.
It's
It's ma'am.
That's the GameStop. The dude that was becoming a chick that
Yes.
wanted to take it outside.
Okay. I was getting confused between that one and Please Call Me Senator. Because the guy was calling her ma'am.
Oh.
Remember Senator Barbara Boxer? Please don't call me ma'am. But please call me Senator. I worked really hard to be Senator.
That was Boxer, right?
Yeah. Jeffy, I am fashion. And there's never been a truer statement than that, of course. Epstein didn't kill himself. Oh, Jackie voice. Like, Burr, I'm cold. It's cold, Burr. Burr, it's cold. I'm cold, Burr. Burr, it's cold. This.
It's a madhouse! A madhouse!
Which is fun and fits almost every single day,
Yep.
all day. Shaman is in there. A mention of Pocatello, Idaho. These are going to be easy.
Good job, Just Too Muck and Fudge.
Yep. You want people to die. Then a metric conversion, which of course are impossible because there's no way to know. I'm not judging his or her soul. I'm just saying they're going to burn in the fires of hell is how that usually ends. He's a liar.
It's a sound
Audio clip?
Yeah.
From who? Or whom?
That's a Trump one that we usually have to lean on Martin to play. He has that on his wall in the other room.
Okay. He's a liar.
This guy's a liar.
Okay, there you go.
Be listening for that.
This guy's a liar. Gadfly.
Oh, yeah. Pat is the gadfly of the neighborhood.
Describing my gadflyness. How I love to flit around and just
Flit.
gossip and just exchange greetings Like, how's your day going so far? That kind of thing.
That's you,
Love it.
man.
Love
That is
small
you to a T.
That screams Pat Gray. Martin is heard off screen. All right. Keith, my bad, which happens, I don't know, 30 times a day. Because you do so many bad things that you're always...
I do. That's my bad.
The laugh track usually goes something like this. And it's usually at the expense of Democrats who are saying asinine things. Keith spoils an old movie plot.
Do I do that?
I don't know. That's more of a Glenn thing, really.
Yeah, I have to see a movie in order to spoil a movie. And he ruins new movies. I guess I ruin old ones by referencing them, which are actually new references to me because I just saw them.
The audio of Bernie, This Land Is Your Land, which is so good.
Oh, he is.
Reference of snoobage. Economic intercourse, which is pretty new because that just happened last week with Joe Biden, I believe, when he used that term. And heartbreak of psoriasis. That's a good list. I like that.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
That Gray Bingo starts now.
Hey, we finally heard from George W. Bush because I think he's been disgusted with the way people are acting right now. Kind of came out of the bushes. And George Bush came out of the bushes.
Let's see what you did there.
So anyway, he called on Americans to abandon partisan divides in the face of the shared threat of the coronavirus pandemic. His comments come as Democrat governors clashing with Republican President, of course, Donald Trump over the White House's coronavirus response. And even, as I mentioned in the article, even the mention of potential drugs that can potentially help get you over the symptoms or maybe save your life. We even have a massive partisan fight over that.
I know.
I wish what they should do is and maybe they have already. They should do a poll pitting Republicans and Democrats together about whether or not hydroxychloroquine is useful against the virus. That would be fascinating. I'd like to see that.
To see how Republicans and Democrats respond to that question?
Yeah. I'll bet you Democrats universally don't believe it, and Republicans are much, much more likely, probably over 50% believe it. Why not try it?
Did you ever think we would get to a point in this country where we're arguing over a drug that works or not to save lives?
Nope.
I mean, have we run out of stuff to argue about? Is that where we're at? Is that the problem? My goodness.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. So anyway, former President Bush says, let us remember how small our differences are in the face of this shared threat. Are our differences small? Because I don't think so. I think our differences are pretty massive between the right and the left. I mean, what is the definition of life?
Yep. I mean, seriously,
that's
pretty big difference, right?
Yeah. And whether we should keep the economy shut down for, in some cases, 2 years.
That's a big difference.
Or whether we should start getting back to normal, I don't know, now. I mean, we got some big differences.
Yeah.
But he does say, in the final analysis, we are not partisan combatants. We are human beings, equally vulnerable and equally wonderful in the sight of God. And that part is true. We are, yes.
But if you don't believe in God, then, again, we're not even able to agree on that.
Right.
So it's nothing, man. We got nothing.
That's the problem with us now, is we've got some very basic principles that we can't even agree on. The Constitution is one of them. Life is another one of them. Those are huge divides. Those are big chasms. There's a chasm created in this country between the right and the left. Nice shout out over that chasm. I'm Israel. And I meant it too. I meant it. I won't take that back.
Yeah, you did.
I got a tweet here from Curtis. Curtis Hanson tweets, we should remind Dems that being pro-choice means that Americans get to choose their own way of dealing with the COVID-19. My body, my choice, you hypocrites.
There you go.
I am free. Get out of my way. Right?
Right. Does it not apply to us?
Yes.
In relation to COVID-19?
I think it does.
Okay.
I think it does.
Good.
And Keith got this note from Pathead Cindy.
Yeah, you're talking about we can't even agree on the definition of life.
She says, hi, Keith. I had to share this with you, and if you share it with the others at the Blaze, I'd appreciate it. So you did that.
Ta-da.
She appreciates it.
You're welcome.
You guys make a difference. Oh, thank you. From listening, I discovered the truth about Planned Parenthood and listened to the interview Glenn did with Abby. Abby is the former manager of a Planned Parenthood clinic, and then she had a huge awakening there and became pro-life. Mm-hmm. I later shared some of what I learned about abortion and how it impacted me with my 25-year-old niece. Months later, she informed me she was pregnant. Unmarried and afraid, she had found herself sitting in an abortion clinic. She remembered our conversation and walked out of that terrible place. Wow. Committed to becoming a mother. Wow. I've never been more proud of her. Today, this beautiful girl joined our family. And then there she is. There's the baby.
Gorgeous.
I mean, that is...
What a great story. Cindy, thank you for sharing that with us.
Doesn't get any better than that. Saving that baby's life. Thank you for doing that. That is phenomenal. Wow.
So, I mean, seriously, you make a difference.
That's nice.
Just by speaking up.
That is awesome. 888-900-3393 and at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. We also had a Pat poll. I don't remember if we did this on Thursday or Friday. Stones and Beatles.
Yeah.
So, actually, it turned out to be who's the best band of all time?
Best band all time. Here we go.
The Beatles, the Stones, or someone else? Now, someone else is a pretty wide swath. And
that doesn't mean Boston or Foreigner?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, it can.
Anybody.
Certainly does. But obviously, the Beatles beat the Stones 20.6 to 6.7. So that's a fairly wide margin.
3-1, yeah.
And then about almost 73% someone else. So...
There's a lot of votes for someone else.
Yes.
And that would be you too. Thank you very much.
Foreigner.
The Connells.
Boston.
Guster.
Chicago.
Guster.
Eagles.
Better than Ezra.
I mean, the Eagles have to figure in there somewhere, I think. They're phenomenal.
Yeah,
Aerosmith, another great rock band that has stood the test of time.
Travis, you're a big Travis fan, right?
Travis.
Yeah.
I don't even...
Why does it always rain on me?
Yeah, I don't know.
Is it because I lied when I was 17?
My sons have some very strange band preferences. Like something about turtles.
The Turtle Kid song? You remember the Turtle Kid? No,
it's not that
Teenage
one.
Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yes, it's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Okay,
yes.
wow. All right, very good.
Or
Turtles?
maybe it is that guy. Do we have the guy singing the turtle song? That always makes my day.
Went so stupid they wouldn't put straws in their noses. When I see a straw, I put it in my mouth. Straws don't belong there, but the turtles don't know why. So maybe they all deserve to die.
Oh, that hits you right where you live.
Sure does.
Doesn't it? It's beautiful.
So, does your son actually like the band The Turtles?
No, it's not. It's something Turtles. But there's much more to it. It's a very strange name, and I can't remember it.
Huh. Well, now I'm gonna. I will find out.
Yeah, somebody will tell us. Tweet it. Something. There's a band. I think they're kind of folk oriented, like folk rock.
And all of a sudden,
thing.
I don't care.
Yeah, it's gross. It's not good.
Trampled by turtles.
Trampled by turtles. Thank you. Yes. Trampled by turtles. 888-900-3393 and at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Restaurants opened on Friday in Texas. Now, they had some social distancing aspects. And in the suburbs, I should mention, of DFW, some restaurants opened. I think Dallas is still clamping down, right? I think Dallas is still shut tight.
Like, we are on the east side of the Berlin Wall over here in Dallas County. Mm-hmm. Okay? The west side of the Berlin Wall, where we live, that's where we're free again. But,
crazy.
Yeah, so, Carrie and I went out to eat Friday night.
And was it fantastic?
First
was
of all, yes,
was anybody else there?
Oh yeah, it was crazy.
Was it really?
Like our waiter was hustling.
Wow.
Most people were out on
Wearing
the
a
patio.
mask? Was your waiter wearing a mask?
Nobody was wearing a mask.
Not the patrons and not the staff.
I'm trying to think. No.
Wow.
No. We're ballsy
Well, you
out
got to
there.
eat, so it's tough to eat through a mask.
Yeah,
so
that'd be interesting. Yeah, so it was as packed as it could have been. Just thinking about it, they had tables shoved off to the sides,
Mm-hmm.
and so I liked having that elbow room, not pulling your chair out and backing into somebody.
Yeah.
So it worked out, but I think every table that was available was occupied, and the patio was packed,
wow.
and it was good. And in fact, the owner.
So people were not afraid. I
No.
mean, some are going to be, but there was enough to fill up the place.
No, and there were two couples there that were eating together, and obviously they were regulars because the owner came over with a bottle of champagne, popped it with, and enjoyed it with them and stuff.
Wow.
So
Nice.
it was good to see. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean that it just hearing about it lightens my heart because it seems like it's been a year that we've been in lockdown, doesn't it? It just seems like forever since things were normal. And so to get back to normalcy a little bit is fantastic.
But at the same time, I go to Costco over the weekend, and something Pat has been warning me about, and I thought it was just particular parts of the country, was the big sign that says, as of May 4th, today, you will be required to wear a mask
it's
if
here
you want
too.
to shop at Costco. I think it's a Costco-wide thing. So I stocked up, and the next time I go, I would rather not be forced to wear a mask. And that's a decision these private companies can make.
Yeah.
And I will choose to not shop where I'm required to suit up before entering, and that's my choice. I mean, there's a difference between these private businesses making that declaration and states and cities where now you can be fined $300 in Boston, Massachusetts for not wearing a mask.
That's just wrong.
That is totally wrong.
It's un-American. Stop it. Just stop it, Boston. I mean, in Boston, isn't that ironic? In Boston.
Yeah.
Like one of the birthplaces of we've had enough of your oppression and we're not going to take it anymore. But that Boston is now finding people $300 for not wearing a mask outside.
Seriously, like
That's
my,
interesting.
My kids and I are reading a book about the backstory to the Boston Massacre right now, and I'm reading. I'm thinking, I mean, yeah, you don't want soldiers hanging out in your town, but is this worth bloodshed over?
Right.
I mean, they were ready to go, and it's just the opposite now in Boston. It's 180 degrees different.
It's amazing.
Sad.
It's really amazing. Also, theaters were allowed to open in Texas, but many declined. In fact, the really nice theaters that are near me, neither one of them opened.
Is there anything worth watching right now? That's an honest question. Like, is there did they put stuff out that they delayed or?
They were watching, but it's already been out on digital. But Bloodshot, that Vin Diesel movie, they mentioned that was there, and then I think I don't know.
Is
something
Trolls
else.
2 finally out?
Trolls 2 might be. They've already had a really nice run on digital where they made a fortune.
Unbelievable, or is it?
Or is it?
Because you think about it, I've seen these newish releases on my screen at home, $20. I'm not paying 20. Wait a minute.
Yeah,
One,
then
two,
you
three,
think
four,
about it.
5 of us watching.
Yeah.
That's actually a bargain,
Yes.
and I can watch it on my couch.
$4 a piece if there's 5 of you. It's a great deal. So
That might be one of those things that changes.
once you noodle it out, it's a little more inviting because you do initially your thought is $20 for a rental. Well, yeah, but at the theater you'd be paying a lot more than that.
Yeah, and then you're forced to buy their food unless your wife carries in a big purse.
Yeah,
Just saying, I've heard
Yep.
of that happening.
you have.
Yeah,
Huh.
just somebody, just a friend. Yeah, you don't know him.
No,
So
I'm sure I
anyhow,
don't.
I guess that's one of the things that might change, right? Because now AMC is fighting
Mm-hmm.
with whoever put out Trolls 2. Was that Universal? I don't know. Arguing about
them
future,
releasing it.
Yeah, the future of new releases.
Yeah.
This could be a sea change thanks to the virus.
It could be something that sinks the movie theaters. We've forecasted that 100 times because of Blockbuster, Hollywood Video, and then you got the on-demand movies at home, and then you can stream anything you want. And everybody thought, okay, well, this is the end of movie theaters. But theaters have always somehow survived because it's fun to go out. Just go out and do a date night or a family night or whatever, and have somebody wait on you, bringing you food and all that. But that might change if you've got brand new movies available in your house at a reasonable price where you can do your own thing and you don't have to worry about somebody coughing on you. It might be, it might be the death of movie theaters after all. We'll see.
There might end up, when this is all said and done, being a lot more mega churches around.
Yeah.
That end up occupying that space at these theaters.
Right. 888-900-3393. Let me tell you about Brickhouse Nutrition. Unless you plan on self-isolating forever, you're going to need to be around other people again eventually. One of the best ways to avoid getting sick is to have a healthy immune system all year round. And that's why you should be taking Field of Greens from Brickhouse Nutrition. Just one scoop of Field of Greens has a full serving of real USDA-certified organic fruits and vegetables. And it boosts your energy, supports a healthy immune system. If you're out of shape, you don't eat healthy, yes, on both cases for me, your risk is higher, and it's just as simple as that. So a diet of fruits and vegetables, that can reduce your risk of heart disease, hypertension, stroke, even cancer. Plus, Field of Greens is prebiotic, probiotic. It's a great source of vitamins, and it will promote a healthy immune system. Just put one scoop into a glass of water, stir it up, and drink it down. It's just that easy. You can put it into a smoothie, whatever. Right now, you'll save 15% off your first order when you use the offer code PAT at brickhousepat.com. And while you're there, if you subscribe, you'll save an extra 10% every single month. Turn your body into a brick house with Field of Greens at brickhousepat.com.
Pat Gray, Unleashed.
Welcome. Here's how desperate ESPN was over the weekend.
Oh no.
The flagship station,
Yeah.
ESPN, was carrying a rock skipping competition.
Oh, and I missed it?
On a lake. Yeah, on a lake in Michigan. There's a bunch of old guys skipping rocks on a lake.
Oh, this had to have been pre-taped from months ago.
Well, yeah, because
certainly Governor
they
Gretchen.
were not socially distanced. I'll tell you that. And they'd wade into the water a little bit, and then they had flat rocks.
Wow.
And then they'd skip them on the lake.
Were the seas calm?
No, they weren't. So a lot of them took like 2 skips, and then they were done.
Oh, you didn't like this?
One of them got like 7. I watched it long enough to know that one of them had 17 skips.
That doesn't seem that impressive.
How many do you think is impressive?
I mean, I've had double digits before, and I'm not a pro.
Yeah, some of them were pros, and I think it was too choppy for the pros.
Okay.
I don't know.
Martin, Dylan, you guys, what is your record? I want to know. Come on, I've had at least 10 skips on a rock before. I mean, these guys are doing it for my entertainment.
Perhaps you should join the tour.
Right? I'm old enough, it sounds like.
Yes.
Okay.
Uh-huh. I mean,
everybody in my ear right now is chiming in. I've had around 10. I've had, about 12, Come on.
I once skipped 57 times.
57? Why weren't you there, man?
I don't know. I should.
You didn't get an
I
invitational.
could dominate these people.
You're too good. You're a ringer. They don't call you. Wow, 57 right here.
I skipped one all the way across Lake Michigan once. It was pretty impressive.
So it started in one state
We couldn't
and
even
ended in
count
another?
how many there were. Yeah. It started in one country and ended in another.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So pretty amazing.
That's wild and geographically incorrect, but okay. Okay, good. I like that. That's good. I want to see this. It's rock skipping.
It's not interesting. I'll tell you that right now.
How long did it hold your attention?
Probably 10, 15 minutes. Because I couldn't believe they were actually carrying it. I'm like, this can't be real. Even in this COVID-19 period, this can't be real. But it was.
And that wasn't ESPN.
I'm like, are they joking? Is this like a satire? Or what are they doing?
Were there announcers?
Yes. Yes. There was a play-by-play guy and a color commentator. Unbelievable. It was seriously unbelievable.
That's
so I thought,
the gig I want.
All right, if this is on ESPN, what's on ESPN 2? Jeez.
Oh, no.
But they actually had an X Games thing.
Oh,
it
cool.
was like one of those, you're racing in the desert, then you're going up a mountain, rocky cliffs. And so it was actually better than what was on the main station. And then they had an old lacrosse match
Okay, that's
on ESPN3, I think it was.
careful.
And so
That's good.
yeah.
Lacrosse is fun.
lacrosse is kind of fun. Yeah, they score a lot, and so it's kind of fun to watch.
Yeah, yeah, and they are tough.
Yeah,
Those lacrosse players, man.
yeah, they're fast. Takes a lot of endurance. Plus, that thing is when you're throwing that thing into the net, that's going fast.
That's humming.
You
Yeah,
get hit in the head with that thing, that doesn't feel good.
that was big when we lived up in the Northeast. Lacrosse.
Very,
you know?
yes, yeah.
That was. Yeah, that's a way of life up there, kind of like
Definitely.
hockey in Canada. you
Yeah.
know?
888-900-3393 and at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. So, yes, some policy people are now claiming that we're going to be into 2 years of people skipping rocks on lakes on ESPN, that kind of coverage, because they say the virus is likely to last 2 years. Okay, if that's the case, then we need to get back to work. Either way, okay? If this goes away today, we need to get back to work. And if it lasts for 2 more years, we need to get back to work. Are you telling me we can continue stay-at-home lockdown for 2 years and survive as a nation? There can't be anybody, even the most ludicrous extremist Democrat, can't believe that can happen. Right? I mean, you would have to be out of your mind to believe that we can continue this that long. I mean, billions of people have been locked down around the world. But they say, yet the coronavirus pandemic is likely to continue in waves that could last beyond 2022. Risk communication messaging from government officials should incorporate the concept that this pandemic will not be over soon, they said, and that people need to be prepared for possible periodic resurgences of the disease over the next 2 years.
Yeah, I've been seeing headlines about 2024, like this is the new norm until 2024.
It will not happen if I really believe there's going to be a vaccine. They've got to be able to develop a vaccine, right? They're doing a Manhattan-style project to develop a vaccine.
Yeah.
You can't tell me that Americans or even scientists around the world can't develop something by then? By January, let's say. We can't have a vaccine ready by then?
But even then, are you going to take the vaccine?
Yeah, I am. I think so, yeah. Wouldn't you?
No,
You're not?
no,
Really?
I'm not gonna. This doesn't count. I'm not doing it. That's a bingo square, but it doesn't count. That has to be Pat saying that. Yeah, I'm just not. I'm not gonna put that in my body. I mean, this reeks, man. This whole thing reeks from start to finish, and I'll take my chances. I'm not
What
high
if you're
risk,
forced?
right? You know, if I'm forced,
What if you're forced? What if it's mandatory that you, and can you, I mean, that's not a stretch.
no commerce.
They could absolutely demand that you take it or you don't go to work. They could.
Okay. Then at that
Would you
point,
take it then?
No.
Oh, you still wouldn't?
I mean,
Wow.
are you going to let me in here if I don't take the vaccine?
No, I am. I don't
Okay,
know about
all
Glenn.
right. So no, let's go through these
Yeah.
layers, right?
Uh-huh.
And then it has to go through Glenn and management and so on and so forth. And these are decisions that companies are going to have to make and individuals are going to have to make.
Right, they are. Yes.
And you have to have a plan B. And mine is in the middle of nowhere. So we'll figure it out when we get there.
Okay.
I'm serious. These are private companies can make these decisions.
Yes.
As long as a government is enforcing me, then I have no right to complain if a private company is making this mandate.
Right.
And that's where I am.
So we'll see.
I'm not going to do it.
I mean, I would hope in America you're not forced into it, but you might be.
And right now, I mean,
Just
we're
might
already
well be.
started this slope, right? $300
Yeah.
fine not wearing one in Boston city
Oh,
limits.
absolutely. They've already gotten us used to all kinds of oppression
Yeah.
and emergency measures. So,
And then by then we may be so beat down. Okay, give me the
all right.
vaccine.
Yep. Some tweets at Pat Unleashed. Truth over facts conservative millennial tweets. I got a bingo. I actually covered the whole card. You know, when you told us all that was on the card.
No.
Yeah, that's not how it works exactly. So, good try, though. from Reverend Chipotle. It's a Sharpton reference, right?
I think so. Oh, Chipotle.
By the way, Lori D's son requested that we play an Al Sharpton. This might be a good time to do that. Requested that we play an Al Sharpton montage.
There he is. Look at that. Hey,
All right.
Hey, buddy.
You don't have to twist my arm to do that.
Resist, we much. We must. They're all jitty about a shutdown. The tortoise in the race. Then co-author of Hubris. U2 lead singer Bono. Fran Drescher. Sigourney Weaver. Suspect Jahar Tsarnaev. Rush Limbaugh. Rush Limbaugh. The show Rush Lombard hosts Supreme Court Justice Sonia Sotomayor. Is Mike Muckery yesterday? Antonin Scalia.
Seriously?
Kim
You can't get
Kardashian and the Republican candidates. Both Cairo and Benghazi. We rank behind Lavita. First stop, Kazakhstan to college students in Beijing. He's getting lunch at Chipotle in Iowa. Bain is appropriate. The GOP's tax day giveaway to millionaires. Why was traffic problems email sent? The Environmental Projection Agency. And what sequestration has done. Michael Ziha
Michael Ziha Beelzebub. The Michael Ziha Beetlejuice. Say his name 3 times and he appears to you. Wow. I mean, that never gets old, though, does it? It never gets old. Love that. Anyway, Reverend Chipotle tweets, these folks will vote for big blue progressives who tax and regulate them from birth till death and even take another little slice after that. Yeah, more than a little slice. But take away their beach access, and that's where they're going to draw the line. Live free or die. Little known fact, Kim Jong-un is known as the Lord of the Perpetual Skipping Stone by his people. I didn't know that.
I wasn't aware.
By the way, he resurfaced over the weekend.
Sure did.
He's alive.
Yay.
Bronco Nagurski fan club tweets, I played lacrosse. I could vouch for the fact that you do not want to get hit with the ball. Ooh. Yeah, I bet. That does not look good. Speaking of Bronco Nagurski's fan club, somebody did a really nice, they found my John Madden cover.
Yeah. Caden Bolanos, young listener to the program.
And there it is. He did a really good job of that. And it looks like I'm actually on the
That
cover
is
of Madden.
awesome. Look at that.
Yeah.
And it's not lost on us that you are on the cover of Madden 18 and you're wearing uniform number 18. And look, even the Blaze logo at the bottom.
And it's in a Green Bay Packer uniform.
Packers uniform.
My team.
So
that's nice.
That's
good job there. All right, from Preston Baines. So you host a radio show, sell cookies, sell facial cream, and professionally skip rocks. What a master of all trade. Yep, that's me.
And how many people
me.
can say they're on the cover of Madden?
Not that
as
many.
well.
Not
Which,
that
by
many.
the way, a lot of Pat heads, a lot of members of the Pat mob are concerned that maybe you would suffer the Madden curse now.
Yeah, let's hope not.
So walk
Let's hope
carefully wherever you go.
Definitely. All right. Also, we have this from Deborah's point of personal privilege.
Another Madden cover. That's right. This one was for Stu's benefit. You as a Philadelphia Eagle. Like the haircut, by the way. That's looking good.
Yeah, man. All right.
Some creative listeners out there. Oh, look, even
That's fun.
there's a Pat Gray logo at the bottom corner on that one, too.
Look at that.
That's awesome. Nice job, y'all. Appreciate the creativity.
In another example of liberals eating their own, did you see that last week, Chris Hayes, he was one of the first in the liberal media to discuss the Joe Biden accusation, and people went absolutely ape crap on him on Twitter. They demanded that he be fired just for bringing it up. Just for bringing it up. So it's nice that Chris Hayes got to get a little taste of what it's like when the left-wing mob comes after you. I mean, you're not even supposed to bring up a story like that. Now, since he has brought it up, it's come up quite a bit now on CNN, who as of a week ago had done 0 stories on it. There were 700 stories on Brett Kavanaugh from CNN. There were 0 as of last Monday about the Joe Biden accusation.
Wow.
They have since rectified that. And now people are starting to ask the question because, I mean, it's unavoidable. The unbelievable double standard hypocrisy here has been too much for even them not to at least address. And they finally have. So
yeah, and it was another fun weekend on Twitter with references to Joe Biden. And I don't know when you want to show the New Hampshire guy, the Democratic representative, the state rep up there, that horrific tweet of his.
Yeah.
What's that guy's name? I don't know. Anyway.
Richard Comey.
Yeah, what that? Oh.
Richard Comey, Democrat from Manchester. He check out what he had to say. Here's his tweet.
Look at this.
Judged by the position of the female vagina, it will not be easy for anyone to just put their finger into the unless their THEIR is some cooperation from the female herself. What? No. Have you ever been with a woman? Apparently not.
Richard
Apparently
N.
not.
Comey. Good job.
Wow. So
that's why he believes.
His suggestion here is that she cooperated with this and that she was into it, I guess.
Yeah,
and
he says that's why I believe Tara Reade's allegations is false.
That's unbelievable.
She is looking for attention.
Okay, so he got a little feedback from that.
Oh yeah, he did.
And he has since resigned amid the backlash. Good. That's crazy.
Wow.
What a moron. Jeez.
And that was a loving Democrat representative.
Right.
I'd like to point out.
Yeah, right. They support women.
That's
They're
what I
all
hear.
about women.
That's what I hear.
All about women's rights.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, good for him for standing up for women's rights. That is great. Got this from Poppycock. Biden said in the interview, it never happened. Patism. Notice the double negative there? So Joe just confessed on live TV. It did happen.
Yes. So many patheads pointed this out. You guys are the greatest audience. That's right. I mean, he admitted it.
Yep.
Move on.
Right there. Right there. Also from, let's see, 3022. Is
Kara.
it? Kara 3022. Couldn't read your chicken scratch here.
My
From
bad.
Kara 3022 sent us this comparison. See if you can spot the difference between Blasey Ford and Tara Reade. From Blasey Ford, I can't remember what time the incident took place with Brett Kavanaugh. I can't remember the location. I didn't tell anyone until 3 decades later. I didn't file a police report. I'm not subject to prosecution if lying. I can't remember the date. None of my friends even believe me. There was more than that, too. I mean, she had absolutely no corroboration at all. As for Tara Reade, I remember when it happened. I remember where it happened. I told at least 3 people the week it happened. I filed a police report. I'm subject to prosecution if lying. I remember the date, and none of the mainstream press believes me. Wow. Such a great point. That's such a bunch of great points. Wow.
Yep. That's a pretty clear distinction between the two accusations there.
Sure is. It's despicable what's happened with her. And, even people like supposedly the Me Too queen, Alyssa Milano, have turned on her and then tried to cover that back up and say, oh, no, wait, no. I mean, I hear you, Tara. I see you. What does that mean? I hear you. I see you. Shut up. Jeez. She doesn't say she believes her, but she does hear her and see her. So she's got that going for her.
Boy, I tell you, here's the problem. If you have an accusation against a Democrat, make sure it's not during an election year.
Yeah.
Because
for sure.
they're less likely to believe you. I don't know who this lawyer is, this female attorney. Boy, she was getting ratioed this weekend on Twitter. Some Los Angeles attorney, Lisa Bloom, She had some words about Tara Reid as well.
Yeah, she said, I believe you, Tara Reid. You have people who remember you told them about this decades ago. We know he's handsy.
Joe Biden.
You're not asking for money. You've obviously struggled mightily with this. I still have to fight Trump, so I'll support Joe, but I believe you, and I'm sorry.
Oh, God. There we are, man. There it is. It's an election year.
Oh, man.
So therefore, I support Joe. You know, the guy I believe
had committed sexual assault.
Assaulted you. Yeah.
That's perfect.
Wow.
Hey, thanks for your support, Pumpkin. Appreciate that. That's really powerful. You continue to support this douchebag. That'd be great. 888-900-3393. Let me tell you about Ashford University. When you're spending time at home, don't just think about your future. Do something about it. This is a great time right now to get a degree from Ashford University that can help you have a brighter future. Ashford University's online bachelor's and master's degree programs allow you to learn on a convenient and flexible schedule. Expert faculty teaches you real-world skills from real-world experience from the comfort of your own home in online classes that are built for life's twists and turns. You can pursue a degree to help you have a brighter future at one of Ashford's 60-plus programs like business administration, healthcare administration, and psychology. 24/7 access to your classroom. They've got daily support and financial aid available, too. Ashford gives you the tools you need to keep climbing the ladder. Education is personal at Ashford University. Your success is their success. There's no fee to apply or standardized testing required to enroll. So do it today. Go to ashford.edu/unleashed. That's ashford.edu/unleashed. Not all programs are available in all states.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Now, on Friday, Biden strongly denied these claims. He was finally asked. Mika from Morning Cup of Postum with Joe and his main squeeze actually asked him some questions, tried to hold his feet to the fire a little bit. And so here's what happened when he was asked.
So the former Senate aide accuses you of sexual assault. And please, to our viewers, please excuse the graphic nature of this, but I want to make sure that there is no question as to what we're talking about. She says in 1993, Mr. Vice President, that you pinned her against the wall and reached under her clothing and penetrated her with your fingers. Would you please go on the record with the American people? Did you sexually assault Tara Reid?
No, it is not true. I'm saying unequivocally, it never happened. And it didn't. It never happened.
Do you remember her? Do you remember any types of complaints that she might have made?
I don't remember any type of complaint she may have made. It was 27 years ago. And I don't remember, nor does anyone else that I'm aware of. And the fact is that I don't remember. I don't remember any complaint ever having been made.
Have you, or your campaign, have you reached out to her?
No, I have not reached out to her. It was 27 years ago. This never happened. And when she first made the claim, we made it clear that it never happened. And that's as simple as that.
What about believing women? I'm so confused now. Because it used to be women deserve to be believed. And now he just unequivocally says, no, she didn't. I don't remember anything like that.
Must be an election year. Yeah. Just checking. Sure
is. That's interesting, Ivan. Is there a number of people who can call and talk about that? Is there? When can they call that number, Ivan?
Man, this is a
pathetic
prime example of the hypocrisy of the left.
Oh,
this is the crown jewel of hypocrisy when it comes to the Me Too movement.
Well, and they've been forced to examine it now. I mean, it's just so glaring, this hypocrisy, that you can't ignore it anymore. And even CNN isn't ignoring it now. Because you have to deal with it. Because what a difference between the accusations here and the way they're being handled with Joe Biden and the way they handled Brett Kavanaugh and Donald Trump's accusations. I mean, complete wall-to-wall coverage of those. And then nothing with Tara Reade, who sounds completely credible and who has had corroboration of this with people that, yeah, she told me about it. Yes. Now I'm gonna vote for Joe Biden anyway, but yeah, she told me about it.
Right.
And I really believe that she was upset and taken aback by it. But yeah, I'm still gonna vote for Joe because I don't like Trump. Oh, okay.
Oh, well then now we got it.
Wow. We don't have time to play it here, but after the top of the hour, we'll play what he had to say about his personal records being sealed at the University of Delaware, too, because that's outrageous as well. Again, the hypocrisy here of they want Trump and all of his financial records. They want Trump and all of his school records. And they yell and scream and bitch and moan about it. But then when it comes to Joe Biden and his records being resealed after they were supposed to come out and be public, all of a sudden, nope, that's not a problem. Joe shouldn't have to release his personal information. What are you talking about? So we'll get into that coming up here in a few minutes. And so much more, too.
Yeah.
There's just so much. We got so much for you today.
Yeah, Kim Jong-un,
Kim Jong-un.
He's alive. Aren't you happy?
It's alive!
We have video of the man.
He's got some kind of
last week
scar on his wrist that they think happened from surgery.
Ooh.
Yeah, so...
Oh, that doctor's dead.
Yeah, the photographer too, probably. So we'll get into that and much more coming up on Pat Gray Unleashed. 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. We were in the middle of this Joe Biden interview that Mika conducted on Morning Cup of Postum with Joe and his main squeeze. And he denies the sexual allegations, the sexual assault allegations of Tara Reade. And then Mika kind of pushes him a little bit on the records that were supposed to become public, and then he quickly resealed them.
The first is about your University of Delaware records. Do you agree with the reporting that those records were supposed to be revealed to the public and then they were resealed for a longer period of time until after you leave, quote, public life? And if you agree with that, if that's what happened, why did that happen?
Because, look, the fact is that there's a lot of things of speeches I've made, positions I've taken, interviews that I did overseas with people, all of those things relating to my job. And the idea that they would all be made public in the fact while I was running for public office, they could be really taken out of context. Their papers are position papers. They are documents that existed.
Pause for a second. Well, he's got plenty to hide here. He's got a lot to hide. Taken out of context. Shut up. There's some embarrassing stuff there, obviously. There is some potentially terrifying stuff to him in those records. Taken out of context. Yeah, that's the excuse of everybody who has said really horrible things behind the scenes, and they don't want it to come out. Good excuse, Joe. So that's fascinating. Now I want to see those records more than ever. All right, let's see what.
Running for public office, they could be really taken out of context. Their papers are position papers. They are documents that existed, and that when I, for example, when I met with Putin or when I met with whomever, and all of that to be fodder in a campaign.
Why?
At this time, I don't know of anybody who's done anything like that. And so the National Archives is the only place there would be anything having to do with personnel records. There are no personnel records in the Biden papers at the university.
So personnel records aside, are you certain there was nothing about Tara Reade in those records? And if so,
I am absolutely certain.
Why not approve a search of her name in those records?
Approve a search of her name?
Yes, and reveal anything that might be related to Tara Reid in the University of Delaware records.
There is nothing. They wouldn't. They're not there. And if it's, I don't understand what the point you're trying to make.
The point
there
I'm
are
trying to
no
make
personnel
is that
records
you
by
are,
definition.
The point I'm trying to make is that you are approving and actually calling for a search of the National Archives records of anything pertaining to Tara Reid. I'm asking why not do the same in the University of Delaware records, which have raised questions because they were supposed to be revealed to the public and then they were sealed for a longer period of time. Why not do it for both sets of records?
Because the material in the University of Delaware has no personnel files, but it does have a lot of confidential conversations that I had with the president about a particular issue, that I had with the heads of state of other places, that would not be something that would be revealed while I was in public office or while I was seeking public office. It just stands to reason. To the best of my knowledge, no one else has done that either.
I'm just talking about her name, not anybody else in those records. A search for that.
Yeah, you're getting nowhere with that, Mika. And hello.
Nothing classified with the president or anybody else. I'm just asking why not do a search for Tara Reid's name in the University of Delaware records.
Wow, it's nothing to go.
Look, I mean, who does that search?
Who does that? Well,
Google.
MSNBC, for instance.
University of Delaware. Perhaps you set up a commission that can do it. I don't know. Whatever is the fairest way to create the most transparency.
Do you know what a keyboard is, Joe?
Well, this is, look, Mika.
Look, he's going to mansplain it.
She filed a report. She has her employment records still. She said she refiled a report with the only office that would have a report in the United States Senate at the time.
Okay.
If the report was ever filed, it was filed there. Period.
If you could speak directly to Tara Reid about her.
Mika doesn't care for this kind of response.
No, she doesn't. And he's just trying to stonewall her here. What he's saying kind of doesn't make sense.
When is that Democrat convention again?
Did they push it back to August?
Yeah, let's see. August 17th through 20th. He's got to hang on to August 20th. Oh, I don't know.
That's a while. It's still a few months, like 3 months.
3.5 months.
Yeah.
Wow. A lot can happen between now and then.
Now that people have realized, oh my gosh, we got to cover this. She did a pretty good job of covering it. She continued to grill him. And here's how that went.
Given the fact that you have said in the past that if a woman goes under the lights and talks about something like this, we have to consider that the essence of this is real. Is the essence of what she is saying is real? Why do you think she's doing this?
I'm not going to question her motive. I'm not going to get into that at all. I don't know why she's saying this. I don't know why after 27 years, all of a sudden this gets raised. I don't understand it. But I'm not going to go in and question her motive. I'm not going to attack her. She has a right to say whatever she wants to say. But I have a right to say, look at the facts. Check it out. Find out whether any of what she says is asserted or true. And based on the investigations that have taken place so far, to the best of my knowledge, by two major papers. They interviewed dozens of my staff members, not just senior staff, but staff members, I'm told. At least that's what they said. And nobody, this was not the atmosphere in my office at all. No one has ever said anything like this.
That's
Mr.
bull
Vice
crap.
President, as
Pause
it
for a
pertains
second.
to
Like 7 women have said something like this. 7 or 8 now. 9, I think. Many women have said things like this.
And see, lots of people have been saying, kind of tongue-in-cheek, maybe Joe just doesn't remember because, he keeps forgetting stuff. Maybe he's got dementia. Who knows, right? He may not remember because he does it so often. He may not remember Tara Reid.
Yeah, that's for sure.
That's my hypothesis. Guy's such a scumbag. It's pretty obvious.
And it's been corroborated by multiple people. Unlike the Brett Kavanaugh stuff. This has been corroborated by others who said she told them at the time. And she referenced the fact that after telling her mom called Larry King. And we found the video. and played it. So there's been a lot of corroboration. There's a lot of evidence that this actually happened. All right, let's see what else
Vice
he had
President,
to say.
as it pertained to Dr. Ford, everyone wanted, high-level
Thank you.
Democrats said she should be believed, that they
Right.
believed it happened. You said if someone like Dr. Ford were to come out, the essence of what she is saying has to be believed, has to be real.
No.
Why?
And no, what I
Why?
said, it has to
Why
be.
is it real for Dr. Ford, but
Right.
not for Tara Reid?
Thank you.
There- Because the facts are that look,
look.
I'm not suggesting
Look.
she had no right to come forward. And I never,
No.
and I'm not saying any woman, they should come forward. They should be heard.
That's not the point.
And then it should be investigated. It should be investigated. And if
That's
there's
not what you
anything
said
that
before,
makes it,
Joe.
that is
That's not what you
consistent with
said.
what's being said, and she makes the case or the case is made, then it should be believed. But ultimately, the truth matters. The truth matters. It's period. I
That
thought
wasn't
my
the case with
entire life
Kavanaugh.
to change the whole notion of the law and cultural sexual around the culture around sexual assault. And I fought to strengthen and protect the process for survivors. I believe we've come a long way, and we have a long way to go.
I don't think Mika's buying it.
We,
Oh,
in
no, not
fact,
at all.
are in a position that there's a fair and unbiased view. But at the end of the day, it has to be looked at. These claims are not true. There's no cooperation. I mean, they're not true.
Yeah, he couldn't say there's no corroboration because
Mr.
there
Vice
is.
I don't know what else I can say to you.
Well, I'm going to try and ask many different ways.
Okay.
Stacey Abrams said during the Kavanaugh hearings, I believe women. I believe survivors of assault should be supported and their voices heard. Kirsten Gillibrand tweeted, do we believe women? Do we give them the opportunity to tell their story? We must be a country that says yes every time. They now
Wow.
both support you. Nancy Pelosi
amazing.
falls into this category
Jeez.
too, as well as many other leaders in the Democratic Party. Are women to be believed?
Or not.
Are women to be believed unless it pertains to you?
Excellent. Nice.
Women
Look.
are to be believed given the benefit of the doubt. If they come forward and say something that is that they said happened to them, they should start off with the presumption they're telling the truth. Then
Pause
you
for a
have to
second.
look-
That's completely un-American. What do you mean? So the person that they're accusing is guilty until proven innocent, is what you're saying. You're not making any sense. That's the problem. The Democrats are not making any sense because they're ignoring due process and the American judicial system. You can't do it that way. That's the opposite of the way you do it. Now, you take it seriously, but you don't believe them automatically. We've had many cases where people have lied about this stuff. Many. Over and over and over again. I was assaulted. I was raped, and it turned out not to be true. I was attacked in Chicago when it was 20 below zero and called racial epithets and homophobic epithets. And they put a noose around my neck. People lie about this kind of stuff all the time. I don't know if they're seeking attention, but you can't just automatically believe them. But that's what all the Democrats said. So Mika's just applying their standard to this.
Yeah, and I appreciate that.
Bless her heart, she did a great job here.
Yeah, Joe forgot his target audience, which was the average Democrat voter. He should have just leaned into the camera and just said, I would like to just remind you, before we get this conversation started, my name is not Donald Trump, so you should give me a pass based on that alone.
And that's
Because
what he's not,
that's
he's
the
not
treatment,
getting that.
That's the treatment that he's getting from so many on the left.
But Mika's not treating him that
Nope.
way. And all right, let's finish this up.
They said happened to them, they should start off with the presumption they're telling the truth. Then you have to look at the circumstances and the facts. And the facts in this case do not exist. They never
That's not true.
happened.
That is not true.
And there's so
There are
many
facts that-
inconsistencies in what has been
There's
said
a lot
in
of
this case.
evidence.
So you just look at the facts. And I assure you, it did not happen.
All right, well,
Period.
we've heard enough.
Period.
His assurances mean absolutely nothing. Absolutely, completely empty. But good for Mika for trying to hold his feet to the fire. I mean, she went to the well on all these Democrats who said in the past that women need to be believed. And now, when it applies to the Democrat nominee, the probable Democrat nominee, now all of a sudden, what they said is the opposite. Nope, women don't need to be believed. Well, wait, there's a lot more evidence that this actually happened than with Brett Kavanaugh. And now you're saying she shouldn't be believed. All right. 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter, where Essential Joe tweets, rock skipping champ, leave some chicks for the rest of us.
Oh. I bet they get all the
chicks, man.
How old were these guys?
It looked like the average age was about 60, I would say.
Wow.
But do the babes mind that? No, not with rock skipping champs. Come on. The appeal there is just, it's too much. It's
Did they
overwhelming.
injure themselves? Because that's an angle.
Yeah, you got to be careful.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to be careful. Pastor Sam Burton tweets, whatever fate Pat suffers from being on the Madden cover, it's okay. It's just CGI. From Sherry, how would you like to live in Colorado? Stay at home till July 6th.
What?
Interesting, they made it for after the 4th of July. Oh, wow.
My favorite meme, and we don't have this
Wow.
at the ready. My favorite meme through all of this has been Jim Carrey from Dumb and Dumber sticking his head out the window, just saying, boy, I can't wait till July 4th gets here so I can celebrate all of our freedoms. 'Cause, I mean, seriously, it's not good.
From Jeffy's 18 Spoons, the left hates Trump so much, Biden could shoot someone in the head on TV and they would still support him. Very true. Also, we've got this from, I can't read. Batten
Kale Hoagie?
Batten Kale Hoagie.
Yum.
Oh, that sounds tasty.
Sure does not.
No. A new emoji is available on Facebook now from
apparently so. You're Mr. Facebook, so you've seen this probably. Go ahead and show the emoji here, and it shows that we're all in this together. The Facebook emoji. Look at that.
even apart. We're in this together.
Oh, look, it's a little smiley, and he's hugging a heart, Pat.
Oh.
Because as you know, we're all in this together.
Oh,
What did they
wow.
say? We've added a new reaction so you can show extra support while many of us are apart. We hope this helps you, your family, and your friends feel a bit more connected. Ugh.
That beautiful. Here's another beautiful little meme that's going around. We now have the official cause of death for Hans Gruber in Die Hard.
Oh, really?
Yeah. When he fell off the Nakatomi Tower.
Yeah.
It was COVID-19.
Oh, I thought it was that he
COVID-19.
fell.
Yeah. No, it was the COVID-19.
Really?
Yeah. That's why he fell, was COVID-19.
Is that?
Yeah. Dizziness is one of the side effects of COVID-19.
I got to go back and watch that through a different lens.
Yes.
Huh.
Changes the whole movie for you.
So it's been here longer than we realized.
Yeah, it
like
has.
40 years.
Well, that's what they keep saying. It's been here a lot longer than, some people said last September. Nope. It was like 1985. So, yeah, it's been a while. Been a while.
Mm-hmm.
A tweet sent out by the Philadelphia Department of Health, how to stop the coronavirus, why you should wear face masks. Let me try to make this simple for you.
Okay.
Okay, there's the urine test. If we all run around naked and someone pees on you, you get wet right away.
Okay.
All right.
Because we're both naked in this scenario.
Right.
Gross.
But
Continue.
if you're wearing pants, some pee will get through, but not as much, so you're better protected. This was actually set out by the Philadelphia Department of Health.
Government agency.
And then the third thing, if the guy who pees is also wearing pants, the pee stays with him and you don't get wet.
All
That
right.
is really,
There you go.
that is strange.
So
Weird.
I think the lesson here is wear pants and you won't get the coronavirus. Is that what we learned?
Yes, I think that's exactly what they're saying.
Oh,
Yeah,
well
you
then-
got it. You got it.
Okay, I
Yeah.
think we can manage through now.
Right.
Just wear pants. What in the? Good night.
All right.
Just wake me up when this is over, please.
If you're in pain, there's a really good chance that it's brought on by inflammation. And there is something you can do that's natural about inflammation. You don't have to take the ibuprofen, which can damage, I don't know, like everything in your body, I've been told. Because, I mean, it's weird that when you take these medications, you're also causing some other problems in your body that you don't even know about. That's why Omega XL is so great, because it goes to the root of the cause of your pain, the inflammation, calms it down, and it's not going to leave you with a bunch of side effects like kidneys that don't work anymore. Left untreated, inflammation can cause permanent damage. Pain relievers, topical creams don't treat the problem, they just mask it. Omega XL goes right to the inflammation. It's backed by 30 years of research. It's powerful. It's a natural supplement that helps reduce pain due to inflammation while promoting healthy joints and increased mobility. And right now, staying healthy is on everybody's mind, of course. Here's another reason to take Omega XL. Research shows Omega XL can help promote a healthy immune system response. That means Omega XL can help your natural immune system protect you from other things like viruses. And here's a special offer to get you started. If you order one bottle right now, you'll get a second bottle of Omega XL for free. For more information, go to omegaxl.com/Pat or call 800-844-4888. 800-844-4888 or omegaxl.com/Pat. We just really have too much fabulous show for you today. It's just there's not enough hours in the show. We'd have to do this show all day just to get to half the material we've got here. It's amazing. 888-900-3393 and at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Equal 10 tweets. Keith, is Pat's megaphone cracked or is that a marker? No, it's cracked.
Yeah, it's cracked. How'd that happen anyway?
I don't know.
Huh.
Misuse.
Jeffy.
Yeah.
Sat on it.
Right.
Well, no, then it'd be dust, so never mind.
Pro Rock Skipper. Oh, Joe doesn't remember something. I did not see that coming. Thunder 61. Lisa Bloom is Gloria Allred's daughter. Oh, Lisa Bloom's the one that was saying she believes Tara Reid, but is still going to vote for Joe Biden.
Yep.
Okay, that's interesting. Amy, what's her face? How many sexual misconduct allegations does it take to discredit a Democratic presidential candidate? The world may never know. Just like the number of licks it takes to get to the chocolatey innards of a Tootsie Roll. Swank Think, my name's Joe Biden, and I don't understand anything to do with your fancy technology box there. Can't search old records. Old records? I don't understand what you're saying. What do you mean? What do you mean, a name search on records? I don't get it.
You know what? I'm surprised he didn't bring out his record player reference again.
I got my slide rule here, but I don't understand.
Wow.
Shall not be infringed. Does Joe Biden get a kickback for someone for every sentence that starts with look?
Right.
And it goes to my theory that every time a sentence begins with look, they're about to lie. That means I'm about to lie to you right now. Look. And he does it all the time. So Biden is saying from the Steve 42 that that woman is lying about me, but I respect her and we should take her lies seriously.
Right.
That does seem to be what he's saying, doesn't it?
I don't respect that if you're lying. If I know you're lying?
Yeah, then why would I respect that?
About me? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good point.
Nancy, let them eat ice cream, Pelosi. I wonder how Mika felt when actually being a journalist interviewing Creepy Joe. Yeah, that was a rare moment for her, but let's give her the credit she deserves because she did keep holding his feet to the fire. Cajun Ben Shapiro tweets, now that you've been on the cover of Madden, you should be careful not to sprain your shoulder while skipping stones.
Yeah,
right.
Take that advice to heart. Be careful, man.
Yeah. Gonna have to be careful about a lot of things now. Interesting, the Grim Reaper was interviewed on a Florida beach over the weekend. The Grim Reaper came to protest, and here's how that looked.
Good morning, Chris. I'm at Miramar Beach Access 49 here in Walton County, and today is a pretty big day. The beaches are fully reopened for the first time in more than a month.
Oh.
And while some residents are happy, some are not. And one of those people is Walton County resident and Florida lawyer Daniel Ohlfelder. Today he's going to be protesting the beaches being open, all while dressed as the Grim Reaper. And I'm actually joined by him now. I'm going to step out of the frame and hand him the mic so he can explain why he's here and why he is dressed the way that he is.
All right,
Daniel?
great. Daniel?
Thank you. Yeah, I'm here today to try to
What a loser.
I think it's premature that we open our beaches. I'm a huge proponent of public beaches, and I've been fighting for that for years.
You've been fighting for public beaches?
The danger of
You
bringing
don't have to hold the mic that
people
close,
here to our
Mr. Social
area,
Distancing.
spreading the virus, and I think it's going to prolong the recovery we
Yeah.
have.
He thinks
I think
it's
that
going to,
We should
so.
take better measures, and it's
Okay.
drawing people from all
Well,
over the world.
That's
to
powerful.
our beautiful
Powerful. Thank you.
Oh my.
Thank you for that, Grim.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. Grim Reaper. Kim Jong-un didn't kill himself either. Oh. Well, I guess.
And that's true. He didn't kill himself. No, nobody killed him.
Do we have proof? Do we have
yes,
proof?
we have proof. Coming up.
Okay.
Some tweets here. Pat Unleashed. Just to muck and fudge. Hans Gruber had COVID? What a tragedy to occur in that Christmas movie. Michigan prisoner 8675309 tweets, Confucius say better to be pissed off than pissed on. Concerning that Philadelphia Department of Health meme that they put out.
That is
really weird.
So strange.
Dad Bod blog tweets, just like my grandpa used to say, don't pee on me and tell me it's COVID-19. Gen Y conservative, new Biden 2020 slogan, do as I say, not as I sniff.
There you go.
All right. And non-authoritative astrobody analyzer. Biden, well, at least they're all paying attention to an allegation of sexual assault instead of my massive corruption in Ukraine and China. Yeah, so he does have that going for him.
Mm-hmm.
Over the weekend, had some neighbors doing a pool party.
Oh, no.
Bastards. So I called the police, of course.
Yeah.
And when they didn't get there quick enough, I called a SWAT team. And then I called the Marines. And finally wound up with SEAL Team 6. Shot them all in the head.
Did you?
And took care of that. So
Wait, I'm just wondering, like, where do you keep these phone numbers? Like, you have them on speed dial, like
do.
in your phone?
Yeah, I do. Ever since COVID-19 came up.
Got to be prepared for
you got to be prepared.
Neighbors that are scofflaws.
Yeah, yes. Who are acting so irresponsibly, in my opinion.
Wow.
And I don't even know who was there at the pool party, but I heard them laughing and splashing. And I was pissed. And so
Seems like an odd reaction for the neighborhood gadfly to be doing that.
Well, you can't gadfly in the COVID-19 era. You can't. As you know, Keith.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, they got what was coming to them, so that was great.
So, in other words, the moral of the story is there is a home on the market there in Pat's neighborhood.
Yes.
Because
yes.
they're all dead now. They've been
Of
shot.
course, there's been a tragedy at the place, and so
Yeah,
you're going to
well,
have to deal with that when you buy the place.
It's going to be a discounted rate.
And, yeah.
I'm moving in. Then I don't have to worry about roads to your house. I'll just hop the fence.
Right, it'd be good.
You didn't think that one through, did you there, buddy?
I guess not, darn it. All right, so Kim Jong-un made his first public appearance in 20 days.
Wow.
At a fertilizer plant. Really kind of a weird place to make an appearance, but there he is.
There he is. Look at that. He's not wearing a mask either because he's...
No, he's not.
He's like, look, you guys wear your masks. I
don't need to.
Yeah.
And I think that's the sister in question right there, right?
Yeah, it
behind
looked like
him.
it, didn't it? I don't
yeah,
know.
I think that was his sister, who's apparently next in line.
Okay, look. Oh, yay, clappy clap. Yay, everything's fine. Oh, look, they burst into thunderous cheers. Yeah, because they don't get shot in the head like Pat's neighbors.
Right.
And there he is,
Right.
looking,
looking fat and nasty. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's almost definitely his sister there behind him.
Yeah, so she's...
And then he did a ribbon cutting.
Was she there in case he keeled over?
I think so.
He'd jump in there?
There she is again. It was right. It's interesting because I don't know that I've ever seen her in so many photos with him.
Yeah.
They might be getting the North Korean people used to having her around so she can slide in there in case. I don't know.
Well, he looks to be in good spirits.
And he looks the picture of health, doesn't he?
Yeah, he looks like he is...
There was some deal about his wrist that he had a new scar on his wrist, and they think that might have been a surgical thing, that they took blood out of that area for the surgery on his heart. I don't know. But obviously the Japanese report was not true, that he's in a vegetative state.
Yeah, nice recovery.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what? He should actually roll with that. He should say, yeah, I was near death, but since I descended from the clouds...
And it looks like he could roll, too. It does look like he could roll. Once he starts, he may never stop, though. That's the problem.
Wow, a fat joke, and it's not Wednesday or Friday.
Yeah.
So anyway, I mean, if that happened last week, like we're led to believe...
If it happened last week, right. Maybe that was just some footage they hadn't used from who knows when. Unless, did they do some marker that showed that it was current?
I don't know, but
you could fake anything now.
Yeah, I
though.
guess, yeah. But
I don't know.
Whatever.
You could fake anything. I mean, if you can have Carrie Fisher appear in the final Star Wars movie, you can have him
here
appear
we
in
go.
the factory.
That was CGI, ladies and gentlemen. That last segment brought to you by Hollywood.
CGI right there. The North Koreans have perfected CGI.
And we've seen some of their handiwork.
You can't believe.
We've seen some of their videos before. They are top notch.
Yes,
there, the government editors.
So
in
good.
North Korea.
So good. All right, 888-900-3393. Another interesting occurrence. Late last week, we heard from Alex Jones that he was ready to eat his neighbor's
backsides.
Yes.
I'll do it.
No, I'll do it. I'll eat it. I'll eat your ass.
I'll admit it.
Oh, no.
I will eat my neighbors. I'm not letting my kids die. I'm just going to be honest. My superpower is being honest. I've extrapolated this out.
Being honest.
And I won't have to for a few years since I got food and stuff.
You got food
but I'm literally looking at my neighbors now and going, I'm ready to hang them up and gut them and skin them and chop them up. And you know what? I'm ready. My daughters aren't starving to death. I'll eat my neighbors. See, my superpower is being honest. I'll eat
you
your
said
ass.
that. You said that
I
already.
will.
You will.
I'm combat model, optimum self-sufficiency, probably the leader. The point is have you thought about that yet? Because I'm somebody that thought I could fix this,
quite
and I'm
honestly.
starting to think about having to eat my neighbors.
Wow.
You think I like sizing up my neighbor? How
Yes.
I'm going to haul him
Yeah, I
up
do.
by a chain and chop his ass up?
Oh,
I'll do it.
Okay,
My
that's
children aren't going hungry.
really strange.
I will eat your ass.
Whoa. You already said
That's
chop
what I
it
want
up.
the globalists to know. I will eat your ass first.
My goodness, he's
Okay,
really
so-
obsessed with that part of the body.
Yeah.
He's got plans to chop it up,
Well,
eat
it's the
it.
rump roast, and I guess that's
I
probably
mean,
the
but is that the
tastiest
first
part. I
part
don't
of the
know.
body you target when you're going to eat your
I
neighbor?
honestly don't know when it comes to human consumption where you
Wait.
really target.
Now, hang on a second. How big of a freezing unit do you have? Because you got some fresh meat next door from the SEAL team that took out your neighbors.
Yeah, I'm not.
So-
No, that's
Not good eating over there?
no.
Yikes.
I'm not sizing up my neighbors, saying I'm going to eat your ass. I'm not doing that. And
Oh, man. So there's
he
an
got a
update?
little feedback on that, I'm sure. Because I don't know, it sounds insane.
No,
because
that?
it is insane. So then he sat down a little more calmly at the dining room table or the kitchen table with his son and tried to explain the whole cannibalism.
Well, I'm here with
thing.
Alex Jones, my dad, who's been trending on Twitter for the past 2 days for an edited out-of-context clip. Alex, what did
Edited.
you mean
It was
when
not
you
edited.
said,
Pause it
"I'm
for a
going to
second. What do you mean edited out of context? Okay. When you're claiming out of context, what that means is you've changed the essence of what he was saying. Nobody did that I've seen. That was not edited. It was taken. It wasn't the full show. So if that's taking it out of context, it's not, because you got to change the essence of what he's saying. What he's saying there is he's going to eat his neighbor because he will not allow his children to starve. So if there's a food shortage, he's willing to kill, skin, cut up, and eat his neighbor. That's what he said, and that's what he meant. And was he just trying to be outrageous? I don't know. I don't know if he's just trying to be outrageous or if the guy's full frontal insane.
I mean, right up to the whole hang him up on the chain, skin him, gut him.
Right.
I mean, that was a lot of detail.
I mean, come on. If they edited it to make it, you were saying something else and then they put it all together to make it look like you were saying you're going to eat your neighbor, that's one thing. That's not what happened here.
But Alex is going to explain to us exactly what he meant, Pat, since
Yes.
we took him out of context.
And here it is.
when you said, I'm going to eat my neighbors?
Well, it's Jonathan Swift from 1730. He's the most famous satirist of all time.
A what?
And he said, let's
Satirist?
eat little Irish children at age 1.
Oh, satire.
That's
okay.
All this.
Satirist?
And I thought, well, that's a little extreme. Let's just say I'm going to eat my neighbors, but still something obscene.
Right, okay.
When society collapses because 135 million people are starving to death, extra who will die this year instead of 10 million, according to the head of the UN food program. So they did a 10-minute segment, did the crazy rant, then said, this is about Africa and people dying, and if society collapses, this could happen here someday, so get ready to eat your neighbors. It's pure satire to get people's damn attention, but of course the media will not let me actually get out the full statement there, but maybe somebody will check into this, and by me engaging in this Jonathan Swift style satire, we can actually save the planet before the COVID
The famous satirist from the 1730s.
Irreversible.
I think that makes a lot of sense.
No, it really doesn't.
And yeah, I mean, I'm
But
intense
whatever.
and I'm angry about the death and the collapse of society. So I poured that anger into the segment about I'll get them and I'll butcher them. But in the context of the show, I was very, very clear about what I meant. But again, Twitter took it, edited it out of context, and the media ran with it. And they've got Forbes headlines, CNN headlines. Alex, please don't tell your followers kill their neighbors. They're the ones putting that message out by twisting what I said.
You know, a guy's kitchen says a lot about the kind of money he makes. And that's a darn nice one. He's making a lot selling the cure for the COVID-19 and the whatever else he's curing, your protein packs and your.
Well, remember, he works out a lot. He's told us that.
Yeah. Have you ever seen him without a shirt, Keith?
Mm-hmm. And testosterone supplements, I think, might be part of that.
Right, yes.
So anyway,
So there
very
it
nice
is.
kitchen.
Very nice kitchen. Very nice house.
layout there.
Yeah.
But
so he's doing well with these crazy
I
rants.
love the
I'll say
sun's
that.
thumbs up there.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't give that a thumbs up.
No?
But good try. That's all right. It's his son. Of course, he's going to support Dad.
So Alex Jones even admitted it was a crazy rant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no question.
Exactly.
It was a
Like
crazy
all
rant.
of them are.
Yes. All right. 888-900-3393 and at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. We got more things to worry about than just COVID-19. We got this new giant hornet coming from Asia.
Oh,
invading
come
Washington
on.
State.
2020. Can you save some of these for next year, please?
Look at the size of that thing.
That is not pleasant.
Look at the size of that. Wow. That's huge. So it's a new invasive species of giant hornets from Asia. It's been discovered in Washington State. Scientists are now rushing to locate the destructive insects to exterminate them before they spread through the U.S. and become impossible to eradicate. The hornet is called the Asian giant hornet. Why would you give it such a racist name? What do you mean Asian giant hornet? What racism?
That is the same point.
That's the same thing, right?
Yeah, Saves84 made that point this weekend on Twitter.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's funny.
That's great.
Yeah, it's
great
like
minds think alike.
So it's now okay to name something that can kill you
after Asia,
where it comes from.
Unbelievable.
But you can't do that on the virus, huh? Okay.
I guess not. It's been on the radar of officials since late December when they first discovered it in Blaine, Washington, near the Canadian border. With queens that can grow to 2 inches long, Asian giant hornets can use mandibles shaped like spiked shark fins to wipe out a honeybee hive in a matter of hours.
Oh
my gosh. Listen to this. They decapitate the bees and fly away with the thoraxes to feed their young. Oh, that is nasty.
At least they don't let anything go to waste.
I'm going to eat my neighbors. I'm going to eat their thoraxes and carry them to my young.
And there's some, little Asian giant hornet saying exactly that.
That is, wow.
For larger targets, the hornet's potent venom and stinger long enough to puncture a beekeeping suit.
Whoa.
Oh.
Whoa, no. That's playing dirty, man.
They make for an excruciating combination that victims have likened to hot metal driving into their skin. Oh, man.
Okay, so
the Asian giant hornet kills dozens of people every year in Japan and in China. And according to Washington State entomologist Chris Looney, they're most notorious for their attacks on honeybees. Well, yeah, they decapitate them. That's not.
That is
pretty brutal.
That's a nature video right there waiting to happen. I heard they either came across, as stowaways. I mean, that's how we got fire ants. Southerners, just so you know, from Brazil on a banana boat in the year 1900 or something like that.
Okay.
There's more to that story, but it'll bore you because. Anyway,
I'm already bored. So.
I hear you. Or the other theory is, other than stowaway, they're saying that it's such great protein that somebody may have had them over here to eat, and they got loose and are now multiplying.
What? Get out of here.
Where's Jeffy when you need him? Talk about they want us to eat bugs. Because that sounds like a dangerous bug to be ingesting right there.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I think they're stowaways.
Yeah. Is there anything?
They went on a 3-hour tour. A 3-hour tour.
From Asia?
From Asia. Yeah, it just took 3 hours.
That's a fast boat.
That's a fast boat. A really fast boat.
Oh, I got a fast boat. Sorry.
But again, Asian giant hornets. It's just wrong to call them that.
Right. When are they going to change that?
So wrong. When are you going to change it?
We got
when?
So what
like today. I want it changed today.
Like, I bet every insect or animal has some sort of identifier, like number, right?
Yeah.
Surely.
Yeah.
We need to start.
Mm-hmm. So also, apparently they kill humans. If you're pretty allergic to bee stings, then you're going to be really allergic to these, and you just don't want to be stung by them. So, and just another little thing to worry about.
Okay.
Not a problem.
They're also called murder hornets.
Murder hornets?
That's what we're gonna.
There you go.
That's what we're gonna have.
Okay.
I still would rather call on them by their like. Here we go. The Asian giant hornet, the Vespa mandarinia. Let's just call them the Vespa mandarinia. Start saying that to your liberal friends, and if they're like, "What are you talking about, Vespa mandarinian?" Okay, that's I just don't
trying to be politically correct.
I don't want to,
Yeah. All right, 888-900-3393. We also got this from Roswell Alien. The 2020 lockdown in historical perspective. Now that I've lived through an actual plague, I totally understand why Italian Renaissance paintings are full of naked fat people lying on couches. Thank you, Barnyard 1978.
That's awesome. Nice job. I like that a lot. Now you see history through a different lens.
You're right. Right. Kind of comes into focus now, doesn't it? Also from Pathead, Zag Doolin sent Michelangelo's The Creation of Adam.
Yeah.
Remade to fit 2020.
We've updated it.
There's the painting.
God
reaching down to touch Adam, and the fingers touch, and a policeman standing behind him writing them a citation.
I mean, that's not 6 feet.
They're not social distancing. That's funny.
I love it.
Really creative. I mean, there's been some really funny stuff.
Oh yeah, the meme crowd, the indoor quarantine videos that we've gotten. It's been very good the last couple of months.
Then we got this from Max Tom. I got this message from Americans for Prosperity and couldn't help myself. What's that?
Yeah, look at this
Who
text.
pays your salary?
Look at this text.
So, yeah. Hi, I'm Bill with Americans for Prosperity. Congress is considering a massive federal bailout for reckless states to cover up their poor lawmaking. Federal bailouts are not the answer. Click here to take the pledge to oppose them.
Okay, all right.
And the tweet underneath.
Yeah, he responded back with a text.
What's that? Who pays your salary?
I wonder if he ever heard back. Nice job, Max Tom. And the person on the other end or whatever, has no idea. They're like, what?
Come on, that's just funny business
I said
that is funny.
I'm
I don't
with
care
Americans for Prosperity. I'm Bill.
I'm Bill. And then you just ask again.
Just keep copying
Text it right back to him. What's that? Who pays your salary?
I want to see that chain. Just
Was it Bill? Was it a guy named Bill on the original Chris Matthews?
I don't know. Is that not something you have handy over there? I can look to see. Let's see. Chris Matthews. Who pays? I'm gonna just get the Pat Grace song coming up. Let's see if I can get a graphic here. Oh, I got to sit through the YouTube ad. Of course.
Here's the original.
Okay.
I work for Americans for Prosperity. This is not about the Koch brothers. This is about freedom for
Who's paying your salary?
I work for Americans for Prosperity, or
Who's
a nonprofit.
paying your salary?
Unions are Americans for Prosperity. I came here to talk about the policy, and this is about freedom. This is about economic liberty.
Who's paying your salary to do what you're doing right now?
I just told you, Americans for Prosperity.
3 times.
We're a 501c4.
What's that?
And we've been advocating.
What's that?
I'm sorry?
Who's paying to do this today?
I just
What are you getting
I just
at?
told you, Americans for
You're not
Prosperity.
answering my
We're
question.
a nonprofit. We're for. I just told you what the answer is. I came here to talk about policy.
I know,
this is
but I
about
wanna know
freedom for
why.
workers.
I
My
wanna know
family
why
were
you're doing
union
it.
workers, and they had to leave the state a long time ago.
Just to make this clear, Mr. King, you're the president of the
That's just really weird
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Because he's trying to get him to say the Koch brothers paid for it.
Yeah, and I'm watching this video
Jeez.
over here, and at no time did MSNBC put up a graphic for the. Oh wait, here it is. Scott, dang it!
Oh, darn it!
Let's
It
pretend
wasn't
it's Bill. Let's pretend it's Bill. It's Bill Scott. It's Bill
That
Scott.
would have been great. 888-900-3393. And at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. U.S. airlines are now mandating that you wear a mask.
Some is as of today, right now.
American, Delta, United, and Southwest are all mandating masks if you're going to fly. Very few people are flying, but on Tuesday, the TSA screened just 110,913 people.
Nationwide, Pat.
110,913 people.
Jeffy's had numbers where it was in the 90,000s, remember? I mean, my goodness.
That's a 95% decrease from the same day last year.
Wow.
95% decrease.
And this goes back to what we said earlier in the program. These are private businesses like Costco and these airlines that are dictating this, not local governments where you get a $300 fine if you're out in public in Boston, Massachusetts without a mask.
Right,
Stillwater,
a little different.
Oklahoma pushed back. The residents there were like, no. And they rescinded that edict up there.
Wow.
So
good for them.
Push back and
okay,
there you go.
Alaska Airlines passengers must wear masks beginning the 11th. It's the 4th now, so next Monday, right?
Mm-hmm.
American Airlines the 11th as well. Delta today, starting today. So if you're going to fly on Delta, you've got to bring a mask. You're required to wear a mask.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure a lot of these places will give you a mask.
They will?
Yeah.
Okay. Southwest, mask mandate for next Monday. They'll be available to people who don't bring them. Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
There you go. So
I wouldn't want to wear
I don't
a
know
mask,
if every
though,
airline is going to do that. Yeah, right. No kidding.
Wouldn't want to.
Just keep ordering drinks, y'all.
United, starting May 4th, which is today, you got to wear a mask. Okay. If you don't bring your own, a mask will be provided for you. Just like a lawyer.
Spirit Airlines not requiring that yet. So we'll see if that gets updated.
Yeah. But most major airlines are. Would you call Spirit a major airline? Yeah, I don't know that I would.
They're more attractive now, though. If you don't have to wear a mask,
yeah.
How long is that going to go on?
It's true. But they're aren't they sort of the mobile home of the airline industry? Like last week when we found out that the woman whose rights were being oppressed lived in a mobile home, then we're like, oh, okay.
Oh, well, now
that's fine.
With the tyrannical cops. Now that you said that.
Now that police mentioned 6 times that she lived in a mobile home, we're like, oh, okay, I get it. All right,
Spirit Airlines, the Greyhound of the air.
Never mind. All right, check this out. One last thing today. This is really cool. You know the Game of Thrones actor who played, I think they called him the Mountain. I didn't watch the series, but he was the Mountain. Mm-hmm. He just broke the all-time world record for the heaviest deadlift. Check this out. This is amazing.
Guy is huge.
Oh, come on, pick it up.
Pick it up already, man.
What are you
doing? What are you waiting for, dude?
Ooh, look at that.
Oh, no.
And he did it.
Oh, no.
It's 501 kilograms. So it could have been an ounce and a half.
30
or it could have been
pounds?
7,000 pounds. I don't know. Actually, it was 1,104 pounds.
That seems like a lot.
1,104.
Wow,
that's a lot. He broke the record by 2 pounds. It's amazing.
Pat Gray, only on the Blaze Radio Network.
CGI, of course. Forgot to mention.